Good morning, destiny achieving, dynasty creating entrepreneurs. How are you today? We are on day 28 of the 30-day momentum to building experience with the goal of helping you to end this 30 days with some serious momentum toward accomplishing your purpose, destiny, whatever goals are that you have. Today, we're going to talk about 6 tools that every business has to have if you want long-time success and longevity. It was amazing to me how many years I operated without having some of these, and you need to have these. So let me start with sharing that. That's what we're going to focus on today. The first thing you need to have. Now, you don't have to do any of these if all you're trying to do, you're a business opportunity seeker, and all you want to do is get online, make a couple of bucks here or there. You're not trying to build a business with longevity. I am committed to helping you to develop something that can withstand decades, that can last for a legacy, something you can pass to your children's children. So that is not something that you're going to just throw together. You're going to operate this like it's a serious business. So the first thing every business has to have is an autoresponder. We've talked a bit about that in the past. You need to have a way of communicating with your community, or communicate with the internet world to develop and draw people to you so you can develop a community, right? And you want to be able to do it through email, through text messages, that kind of thing. So what I use presently is GetResponse. That is the autoresponder that I use. Pretty inexpensive. Right now, it's about $25 a month, so not much. And I am going to upgrade very shortly to a new autoresponder called Ultraontraport. And that is a much better, in my view, for what I'm trying to do, autoresponder. It gives you the ability to communicate with people through text messages. It has a much better CRM capacity, which means you're able to keep track of more things as relates to your clients. It's just better. And that's going to be around $89, maybe about $90 at this point. So that is what I'm going to use as a autoresponder. And what I'm going to include below is a link to a place where you can go, where you can look at a variety of autoresponders. So you don't have to research them. I'm going to give you what I perceive to be some of the best autoresponders out here to date. And then you can research it and pick one. If you don't already have an autoresponder, or even if you have one, you might want to look at it so you can compare what you have to what's out there. So autoresponder, every business needs to have that. The second thing every business needs to have is a hub. We've talked about that, right? The importance of having not just a website, but a hub. Now, most website builders that you see out here to date, as far as I can see at this point, they help you create a brochure type website. And you can get some very inexpensive ones, to some that's $500 to $2,000, $2,500 if you really want a good brochure type website. If you're wanting to create a hub, it's going to cost a bit more. There is my mentor did research before he developed the capacity of being able to help people to do a hub internally. He's able to help us to develop a hub through him. But it can cost you anywhere from $100,000 or more to build a hub. Anything like what 4% has, that has a strong front office and back office. It's not cheap to do it. $100,000. So before you folks say, oh my God, I can't afford this, I'm going to show you a way where you can have a hub, not a website, at a tremendous savings. You need an autoresponder, you need a hub. The third thing you need is you need a landing page. You need to, and I know by now everybody has seen it, where you see something where you have a something that gives you a description of what you have to offer. It could be a video that you describe, some written content that you describe what you have to offer, and somewhere on there you have a place where a person can put an email. And if they put their email in, then they go to another page that gives them a little bit more detail about what you have to offer. And then if they like it, there's an opportunity for them to purchase from you. And then it takes them to the sales page. So a funnel takes you from looking at it to actually making the deal. In other words, selling your product, your service, or signing them onto your program, whatever it is, that's a funnel. In this day and age, every business needs to have one. And there are different funnels for different kind of programs and different funnels for different purposes. One of the best websites I've seen to create a funnel is ClickFunnels. That is who I use right now, and I pay about $97 a month for it. There are other programs that will offer creating the funnels. My Autoresponder even gives you the opportunity to create a funnel, but usually what you see is nothing compared to the quality of service that you can get through ClickFunnels. So I would highly recommend it, but I'm also going to give you a link below where you can look at other funnel builders. $97 a month. Now you do know that there's no way that you're going to run a business and not spend money, right? None of you are going to run a legitimate business. You just have to know up front that there's going to be some cost involved. It just is. But when you run an online business, the cost is going to be a whole lot less than if you were trying to run a brick and mortar business where you got to buy a building, pay a mortgage or rent and furnish it. Online business, the cost is a whole lot less. Now, I am going to show you again a way where you can, if you choose to, find cost savings on doing a funnel that, in my view, is as good as what you can see through ClickFunnels. Interesting, right? Okay. So a funnel. The next thing you need is, if you have a course that you're teaching, you need to have some kind of teaching be on some kind of teaching platform. There was a point where sometimes I would videotape a course on my computer with my own camera, and then I would send the course to people. If it was a 10-week course, I would send it to you manually once a week. You need a teaching platform is more polished, more professional. And the one that I have used for years was a website called Teachable. And through Teachable, what you could do is you could give a person a link. They would hear a description of your course. They can sign up for your course. And then, like if it was a weekly course, then they could, or just different modules, then they could go through your course one module at a time. And you could put in parameters in it that says you can't go to session 2 until you finish session 1. You could give a certificate of completion when someone finishes your courses. People will pay you through Teachable because they connect through PayPal and some other merchant accounts. And so it's a good resource. And I paid. They used to have a free, your ability to sign up free, very limited in what you could do, but at least you could play with it, get comfortable with it. There's an inexpensive one, I think that's around $25 a month or so. The one that I paid for at this present time is about $99. I think their prices are going up, but $99 a month. Well worth it. But I have a suggestion of how you can do that, even with some tremendous cost savings. If you have a hub, you won't need a teaching platform. But in the meantime, based on what you have right now, Teachable is a resource, and I'll put that link below. In addition to having a training platform, you need to have, you don't know enough. You need to spend money training. You need to, leaders learn. Leaders read and leaders learn. So you always want to be in a place where you're getting as much information as you know about the topic that you are going to be seen as the expert in, and also everything you need to know in terms of how to do internet marketing, how do you copyright, how do you build your list, how you create a tribe, all of those things you want to learn from someone who's done it and done it well. And you can spend anywhere from $100 to $500. I've spent thousands of dollars on courses. And so I'm going to show you a cost-effective way of being able to do that. And you also, guys, you need to have a merchant account. You need to have a business merchant account, be it PayPal or other merchant. There are many merchant services, but at some point as a business, you need to have ways of people paying you. No one writes checks these days, so they need to be able to pay you through a debit card, through a credit card, and through, you know what I'm saying? So you need to have that in place. So these are tools that every business needs to have: an autoresponder, a hub, a landing page, teaching software, training. Now, you could spend, this is if you add up everything other than the hub and teaching, you're talking about maybe $319 a month is what I spend on the tools that I use. Now, in addition to that, 319 is what I spend. In addition to that, if you're going to build a website, then again, you're going to add 2,500, 5,000, and if you really want a hub, $100,000 or more to that 319. And if you're going to become involved in quality training, you're going to spend anywhere from $500 to $1,000, $2,500, for training. I've seen some training $5,000. In other words, guys, you're going to spend some money if you are going to start a legitimate business. There is no way around it, but there is a way of being able to take advantage of all of these things very cost effectively. I am going to show you, I'm going to share it with you tomorrow, not today. Cliffhanger. Part of what I want to do is to share with you tomorrow a blueprint of how you're going to move from dynasty to destiny. How do you do that in a way where it's not overwhelming in terms of what you need to learn, because it's a step-by-step process? And how do you do it so that it's very cost effective? You're going to like what I share with you tomorrow. The blueprint is where we're going on day 29. So I hope you enjoy this today. I hope it's a business again. This is, some things are going through your head. And don't be like me, where you go years wondering why you are not as effective as you could be. And part of it was because I didn't have all the tools I need to have in place. Don't go cheap on your journey to success. Work toward excellence. And part of being excellent is having this tool so that you can do what you do with excellence. So if you have enjoyed this and you're watching this on YouTube, you know by now what to do. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to like it and share share your comments. If you're watching this on Facebook or Facebook type platform, do the same. Like it and share with me your impressions. Tell me if this is helpful, and let me know if you are one. You might be someone who has all of these tools. If you are, tell me, yes, I got it in place. If you're someone who says, I didn't know I needed to know this, let me know that too. So I look forward to hearing your comments, and I will see you tomorrow bright and early. Until then, be amazingly blessed. And see, my phone is ringing, so it's definitely time for me to go. See you tomorrow.